Wild Time Cooking with Allison Davis is brought to you by Corman Kitchen and Bath.
Welcome back to Midday Kentucky. Chef Allison Davis here in the Wild Time Kitchen, and I'm just not ready to say goodbye to summer. You know, fall's in the air, but I'm still holding on. And so I'm working with right now is peaches, which actually kind of work their way into early fall, and you start to see those stone fruits come into play. So we're going to do a little salad in this one. But those of you who like meat, like our camera guy, Todd, don't worry, there's meat in this salad, so hang with me. All right, so this recipe actually calls for perhaps, say, grilled peaches and grilled onions, but I'm going to do it just quickly in the saute pan, but you could easily do this on the grill as well. What I have are some sliced Vidalia onions, which are a little bit sweeter, so we're going to just kind of saute those and caramelize those up a bit and let those start to kind of brown a little bit. Now, I've gone ahead and sliced some of the peaches, and I'm going to show you our peach here. You're going to cut your peach in half, and then you just take out the center pit. And then we're just going to take our knife and just kind of slice some wedges of the peaches here. They're nice and ripe. As far as telling the way to purchase a peach, I always say it still needs to be firm, but have just a tiny bit of give. Same as if you're looking to purchase a pear or, say, an avocado. You don't want to have any bruising on the outside, and you should be perfectly ripened and ready to go. All right, so we have our peaches ready. We're going to let our onions kind of cook just a little bit. I'm going to keep this crisp, and you're going to see kind of where this is headed. But we're going to make a buttermilk dressing for this. And so we're going to add some sour cream and some mayonnaise, about a 1/4 cup of each, into our bowl here. And then we're going to add some buttermilk to this to kind of thin it out, along with some either apple cider vinegar or red wine vinegar. In this case, I have some red wine vinegar and a little bit of buttermilk. Some of you like kind of more of a sweet dressing, so if you were concerned about, you know, the flavor here, you could add, you know, a little bit of sugar. So I've got a little brown sugar here. I'll just do a pinch of that in there and we'll be good to go. So we're just going to let that work. That's kind of our dressing. And then the 2 herbs we're going to add to this salad, I have some fresh parsley that's going to go in, along with that wonderful mint. And mint, you know, just grows wild, and this is a perfect thing to grow in a flower pot, and it will go all through the fall months as well. So we're going to chop up a little bit of this mint, add it in, season it with, you know, salt and pepper, classics. We're going to keep it pretty simple. All right, our onions are starting to soften, starting to caramelize just a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and add our peaches. And the peaches are really going to bring in the sugar in this, along with our next ingredient. And I told you and I promised you there was meat in this, so let's talk about our meat. We are going with some bacon, and I went ahead and cooked this bacon off, and I wanted to give it a little bit of a texture, right, because the onions and the peaches are nice and soft. So the bacon's crisp, but what I did with the bacon when I put it in the oven, I like to bake it on a sheet tray around 400 in the oven, and I laid it out flat. And then I sprinkled some pecans right on top and just did a little drizzle of maple syrup. And that almost kind of candies, as you can see where it's holding its shape, candies the bacon, and then the pecans are going to give it that nice crisp texture. So all I'm going to do is lay this bacon out, and we're going to cut it into some, you know, 1 to 1.5 inches thick pieces. And then this is going to go into our salad. So good. You can hear the crunch, and I think the pecans just will add that perfect texture to this. All right, so our peaches are softening up. And again, if you want to add like some greens to this, kind of bulk it out, I would say arugula or spinach would be really good with this. But all this is going to go in with our buttermilk dressing and then just be tossed and laid out on a plate. So it's a really simple, easy go-to salad that still gives us a little of those remnants of summer. All right, you guys know where to go to find this recipe. middaykentucky.com/recipes tab. I'm Chef Allison Davis. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be right back after this short break.